Previously on Finnthepony.
I appreciate the kind gesture, old friend. I just hope my kind won't cause too much of a ruckus.
I doubt it. You guys will probably eat their property and crops, get bored, and then go somewhere else while the ponies rebuild. What's the worst that could happen? Someone find a fucking tuba! And now, we carry on. Seymour, Chauncey, you keep an eye on little Timmy. And Martha, no singing after 8 p.m., alright? Ow! Now, Finn Jr., what did I say about biting Daddy's nose? Now you go downstairs and enjoy the old furniture. Don't give me that face. What is organic? It's good for you. Shut up, Morty. You know what I meant. Jeez, you'd think those little guys would be a bit more grateful. I gave them plenty of food and a roof over their heads. They're slightly to the right of their heads. Well, the place may be a mess, but I'm not going to let these conditions crush my optimistic spirit. They can still crush my bones, though. One thing I've always admired about Adventure Time is how they can take something very mundane and ordinary and turn it into a fun-filled, large-scale adventure. Oh look, we're exploring a science museum. Boom! Big adventure! Oopsie, I just killed a fly. Boom! Big adventure! Come on, let's go find a new home. Boom! Today's episode. Trying to find a good episode of Season 1 is like trying to find Fiona and Cake fan art on the internet. In other words, not hard. But hey, every season has its stinkers, so you never really know what episodes of a show are good until you watch them all yourself. Unless you've got some guy on the internet that's willing to watch them all and tell you about the good ones. But back to today's episode. Should we welcome it in with open arms, or should we just slam the door in its face? Well, I'm hoping it's the former because I don't even have a door to slam anymore. Anyway, let's jump right in. The episode starts off with Jake scaring the pants off Finn with a creepy vampire story.
And as it waded through the carnage it had wrought, the vampires smashed their skulls just for the fun of it.
No way!
Yes way it did.
Wow. Props to Jake for making jelly donuts seem terrifying. I've only come across that one other time. Wait, so how much for a dozen? That'd be $29.95, sir. So is that for here to go? After Jake leaves him with the calming possibility of vampires sucking him dry, Finn thinks he sees one in the window and runs for cover. Jake admits this whole story was a farce, but little did either of them know that there actually was a vampire in their presence, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And it is at that moment that we finally see her. The one, the only.
Marceline, the vampire queen.
Yep. I never really had the chance to talk about her, but since this is her debut appearance, this seems like the perfect time. Marceline is without a doubt my favorite Adventure Time character ever. If you take every likable trait from the other AT cast members, like Finn's adventurous spirit, Jake's tendency to joke around, Flame Princess's badassery, and Ice King's rich yet tragic past, you create one of the most entertaining female side characters I've ever seen in any show. The heart of a warrior, the spirit of a fun party girl, and the voice of an angel. Even though she's technically a demon. She's one of the best things to ever happen to this show, and this episode is a great introduction to her character. We see some of the epic adventures she's embarked on throughout Ooh. We see some of her powers like levitation, fire magic, and telekinesis. Sure, why not? And we see the clever way the writers got past the vampires need to suck blood to survive cliche. All Marcy has to do is just suck the red color out of things to stay nourished. Seems simple enough. But it does make me wonder what would happen to blood if she sucked the color out of it. Like if she sucked all the red out of a blood bag, could it still be used for transfusions? Well, the red in blood comes from the iron in hemoglobin, which means your skin would lose some pigmentation. Hang on a sec, guys. Well, guys, I've successfully concluded that this has nothing to do with the episode. So let's just move on. So apparently Marcy had marked the treehouse as her territory long ago, which means that Finn and Jake are stuck out of luck when it comes to having a home. So, what's the logical thing to do?
We should go house hunting. bag us a new house.
House hunting! But not just any house hunting. House hunting with a song. But not just any house hunting with a song. House hunting with a song that Marceline is a part of.
Oh, Marceline, why are you so mean?
I'm not mean, I'm 1,000 years old, and I just lost track of my moral code.
Oh, Marceline, can't you see these guys are in pain?
No, I can't. I'm invested in this very cute video game.
بيعرف.
In all seriousness though, this sequence is really enjoyable. We get to see a ton of different places all throughout Ooh, as well as the strange residents that live there. The song is catchy and pretty funny with the lyrics describing everything that happens, and once it all wraps up, we get a cute little bonding moment with Finn and Jake, where they take the classic home is where your heart is trope and make it hilarious.
I guess I'd rather be out here, wrapped in your ear, than be in some awesome house, all by my souse.
I'd rather be dancing with some babes.
Shut up, dude!
Just wait a few seasons, Jake. Babes will come. Granted, you have to get through one of the most awkward fighting scenes in the whole show, but hey, take what you can get. They eventually sail straight into a cave, and once they clear out all of the bat-bird-alien hybrids, hey, at least they're not Zubats, they decide to claim the newly cleared cavern as their own. Also, take a listen to this transition.
So they cleaned the cave and built a house inside the cave.
I don't know why, but I always find that freaking hilarious. It was a unique and funny way to advance the story and stay within the 11-minute time limit. I just hope other shows don't steal this idea and just use it to be lazy.
Fancy living? Here we come!
So they sold all their chocolate and they got a lot of cash.
She'll sort this out.
So they called Yellow Diamond and then Perry told her off.
I'm not letting you get away that easily.
Almost 1 hour later and the fight is finally done. Actually, I wouldn't mind that last one. So, after building their new pad, they immediately decide to trash it with a massive house party. Can't say I expected any different, but eventually Marceline pays them a visit and reveals that their new home belongs to her. So, does Finn finally lose his junk and kick her butt? Well, at first, no.
Okay, Marceline, I'm gonna let you keep this cave, but only because Jake is my home, and he's way better than all your homes combined.
Character development! Yep, a genuine moment of character growth for Finn. Even after all the pain and annoyance Finn and Jake had to go through to find a new place, Finn is willing to give everything up and continue searching for God knows how long as his best buddy Jake is with him. Because he learned that home is where the heart is, and his heart is with Jake, his brother, his best friend, and his family. A show with adventure, character, and good life lessons. How about that? Does that mean I'm not special anymore? Oh, no. You'll always be special to me. Come here. So, what's Marcy's next logical choice of action? Well, if Jake is better than any home she'll ever have, she decides to just take Jake. And that's basically the last straw for Finn. He fights Marcy, Jake joins in despite his fears, and after Jake shockingly gets sucked dry, Finn gives Marcy a good deck in the face. And in the end, it turns out that's all she really wanted. A good fight.
Why didn't you just kill me?
'Cause that was fun. I haven't fought like that in years. Thanks, Finn.
Well, if Poke Park taught us anything, it's that if you want to make friends, just kick their butts. Works every time. So Jake explains that he's perfectly fine. Honestly, after this and Jake versus Meow, I'm sure he could take a nuke to the face if he wanted to. Marcy gives them their old house back, and...
Oh, hey, guys. Huh? Come here, friends. Hug me. Oh, yeah. Hug me.
That'll be explained in the next episode. So, that was Evicted. It's the debut of my favorite character, and one of my favorites of Season 1. It's early episodes like this that made me fall in love with the show in the first place. The story is simple but loaded with charm, the humor is spot on, as it often is, the character interactions, especially those with Finn and Jake, are a joy to watch, and of course, if not for this episode, we wouldn't have our favorite sexy vampire lady. I've always stood by the belief that if you try hard enough, you can make a good story out of anything. And this episode proves that even something as simple as looking for a place to crash could be a ton of fun to watch and rewatch if effort is put into the writing. This one gets a high recommendation from me, as do many Season 1 episodes like What is Life and Memories of Boom Boom Mountain. It's a great episode in a great season starring a great character. And trust me, we'll be seeing a lot more of that character on this channel in the near future. Steaks review, anyone? I'm Finnthepony, and even though it pains me to leave what's left of my old place behind, this episode helped me remember that there's a difference between a house and a home. A house is something that shelters you and provides for you, which is nice, but a home is different. Home is what you long for, where you wish to be, and who you wish to be with. Finn's home is with Jake, and you know what? My home is back in the Rift with all my friends. It's high time I move into there permanently so I can finally be home and stay there for good. So long, Bronies and Adventure Time fans. I hope you all had fun watching this episode with me, and I hope to see you all real soon. Guys, it's me! I'm here and I'm here to stay!
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
Oh, by the way, Finn, I know you barely used your room, but you still owe me a year's rent.
Oh, boys, I missed your sense of humor.
I'm serious.
Come along with me, and the butterflies and bees. We can wander through the forest and do so as we please. Come